What the hell are we wearing?
Oh,
She said I'll need her to suit. Yeah, the ceremonial armor from Khonshu's temple, not Psycho Colonel Sanders. Well,
Psycho Girls.
Ooh, bacon.
Greetings, Tasty Morsels. It's Reverse BLT here. Welcome back to the channel. I am about to watch Moon Knight Episode 2, which is entitled Summon the Suit. That's guess we're just going to get right into Steven learning to cooperate with Mark. I'm pretty sure that anyone in command of the body could theoretically summon the suit, but certain personalities are more in tune with the power than others. At least that's what I'm operating on right now. But yeah, that first episode was really good. I really enjoyed it. Did a very good job of taking advantage of the fact that Steven doesn't know what's going on. So the main character is also the audience insert character, which is fantastic, because he has the same exact questions we do. And we saw that he's quite the nebbish in his life. Steven is. But he fortunately has at least one other personality that can protect him when necessary. And we saw that personality wrecking shop at the end of the episode. We still, I don't think, have gotten the name of the antagonist in the series so far. I'm sure some of the promotional material said who he is, and if I remembered the comics more, I probably would know who he is, but I don't. But Ethan Hawke is killing it as always, and it's great to see him in the MCU. And I'm curious to find out more about what's going on with him, how they're going to work on Meat and the rest of the Egyptian stuff into the MCU, and how long is Mark going to try to hold control over Steven's body now that Steven has basically given it up willingly for the first time, I'm assuming.
That sounded dirty.
Anyway, let's just go ahead and get into the second episode and find out where we go from here. Calm down, Steven.
I must warn you, what you're about to see is going to melt your brain. Yeah?
You can see nothing.
It's like Area 51, like MI6 bonkers, bruv.
Yeah?
Roll the tape.
Mark took the tape or something.
Is that you, Scotty?
Still Steven, and yeah, that's me.
Are you crying?
A bit, yeah, a bit. Watch. Wait for it. Wait for it.
How long am I waiting?
Still you, bruv.
That's not me. Yep.
Arrange an appointment.
That's Mark.
Okay, yeah. Looks like they're very good listeners, right?
They really are. I know this is classic HR to say, but you're not alone.
Pull up that sleeve, bro. I don't trust
Part of
you.
the problem, isn't it?
The badge.
Yeah.
It is weirdly kind of like an affecting moment when you leave a job that you have a name badge at and you have to take the badge off for the last time.
Well, I don't blame him. I'm a
This guy is incredible. Like all day and all night. What the hell? Is he still alive? Has anyone checked?
Things hidden in my flat. That's worth exploring, isn't it? Like, if I could find that storage locker, that might be my one chance to prove to myself that I'm not mad. Oh, mate, thank you.
Oh, wow.
Cheers.
Oscar Isaac is a really good actor. Do you see the little tear in his eye as he contemplated his own insanity? Just like that moment of fear. Ordinarily, I would say a scene like this is going on too long, but I appreciate how they're using it to build tension. It's probably just going to be walls of guns and weapons. Did you just latch it? You never latch it. It's odd that he has his own separate sleeping area. It's like a freaking bug out bag. Money, weapons, all that kind of stuff. Of course he has a chrome plated 45. At least I think that was a 45, I don't know. Yep, lots of money.
I'd say you're a compass. But you're not pointing north.
Yep, what's it point to?
Stephen. I don't care how bloody handsome you are. Tell me what
He's you.
you are.
He's literally no more handsome than you are.
You sure you want to know?
Yes, bloody, yes.
I serve Khonshu.
Oh my God, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
It's who you saw in the elevator, think, dude.
And then bam, I go bonkers. I'm gonna go straight to the authorities, and they're gonna put me away so I don't hurt anyone else, and hopefully NHS will fill me with enough pills so that you get out of my head.
Pretty sure Khonshu's about to come have a conversation with. Nicely done. I love Marvel incorporating horror into this stuff. Because I was really hoping that the Doctor Strange movie would be like basically a straight up horror. Because it really should have been. Don't get me wrong, I still appreciated the tack they took with it, but Doctor Strange was always basically more of a horror-related comic book than anything.
I'll be back in 4 more.
They really just do a freeze frame.
Mark? Where have you been?
Is this Layla?
Layla?
I thought that you were in danger or kidnapped again. I just kept thinking, he's got the suit, he's fine.
He's literally just thinking about how cool it is to be touching a woman.
What if he doesn't have it? And would you just stop clasping my shoulder
sorry,
like that?
I don't know where I
Feels like I'm riding with a Victorian Duchess.
Where do I hang on?
Her hips, dude. That's usually where you grab, yeah. Around the waist and the hips.
Still your wife. By the way, this would be a great time for you to say something. Anything. Just in case it's not clear.
Hell of a way to find out you're married.
What, are we married?
Look, I'm pretty sure we lost whoever was chasing you. Just drop the act.
Let's get me home.
I mean, if you're married, wouldn't she take you to the place that she shares with you? Well, with Mark.
Yeah.
She is quite cute. I can understand why he was a little weird about Glasper. No, not really, actually. I've touched a woman in my life, so. But she is quite cute.
Are you living here with someone else?
No, oh, no. No, this is my mum's flat.
Okay, so you guys are talking again?
Mm-hmm.
Just tell her the truth, dude. It's actually not that difficult a pill to swallow.
Yep.
I have dissociative identity disorder, and Mark is one of the personalities that you have.
Je voudrais m'éteindre. Le beau été sans toi.
C'est la nuit sans flambeau.
French, no?
She's my favorite poet.
No, she's my favorite. So you're learning French and hieroglyphics?
Yeah, well, that's not that impressive, really. Is. I mean, you still have to know ancient Egyptian to read it. But, for example...
Funeral rites.
That's amazing. Sorry,
She seems like she'd be more compatible with Steve than Mark so far.
I'm not buying this, Mark.
Uh,
You sent these papers, but you never signed them.
Did I?
This is what you wanted.
Divorce decree, I'm assuming?
Look here.
Or, divorce
After
papers?
everything, you told me that we needed to move on.
Get away from the bag. Don't show her what's in the bag. You're gonna get her killed. You hear me?
Most interestingly, is what?
You show her that scarab. You're responsible when they come after her. Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Never mind.
What's in there?
I wonder if that's actually true. No, she made the choice herself.
To Shakti, what we fought side by side for. You really don't remember why we've been looking for this? Our adventures? Or our life together?
God, I wish I could.
So curly-haired Lara Croft,
Can we have a word?
who looks vaguely Jewish. I'm gonna have to look up this actress to see if she's Jewish.
DC Fitzgerald and DC Kennedy here.
Yeah, one second.
Oh, detectives.
Hello, officers. How are you?
You guys crooked?
Mind if we come in, Mr. Grant?
Oh, you know, actually, right.
Appreciate it.
Anyone
Can
else
you
here
do
with
that?
you?
Here with me, no,
I don't think these are real cops. I'm pretty sure they can't just barge in, even in the UK,
because,
without a
been
warrant.
dealt with, yeah. I've been sacked. As long as I do it in installments, I said that I
That
could.
was weird. It's like she was specifically checking the mirror for something, like looking for something.
Where'd you get it?
Paperweight shop.
Mark Spector was part of a team of mercenaries that hit a dig site in Egypt. Here's what they did to the archaeologists. Zip-tied and shot in the back of the head. Execution style.
No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. That's not
Of course you didn't, Stephen.
Yeah, these are not police. Where are they taking you, bruv? One thing, I would imagine that this is not the vehicle that constables actually drive in the UK.
Now, why would you think that?
Yep, there's the tattoo.
Sit tight.
Now's not the time, kid.
Hello? Excuse me, could you help me? Help, please! I've been kidnapped!
No, not a kid. Just like to fuck with you.
I am never giving you control again. Ever. Do you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear, Stephen Grant of the gift shop.
I love how he just keeps calling him Stephen Grant of the gift shop.
Wait. Okay, what is it? You see him? You see him right now? That's a privilege I no longer have.
Kill him.
What's he saying? Is he telling you to kill me?
I just windpipe.
God, you just like so bloodthirsty.
Do everything he asks.
Oh, really?
Salela, Wakanida.
Ni hai, shokoshuda.
Chinese?
La Jamela.
Wait, what languages?
Speak Chinese.
Oh, okay, this is Chinese.
We all
Sorry.
aspire to learn 3 languages, so we teach each other. We share our knowledge. Younger.
It's funny because, like, you know, like any good antagonist,
You're a vegan, right?
there has to be
Yeah.
some
Come on.
stuff about their worldview that's actually
You might
appealing.
want to try the lentil soup.
Because who wouldn't want to live in a world where nobody has to lock their doors and
Victor.
everyone just shares knowledge and all that kind of stuff?
It's very funny. He often throws temper tantrums like a 2-year-old. None of the gods respect him.
Oh, Khonshu, you gonna take that?
Vanished.
I only punish those who have already done harm. I am real justice.
What's he saying now? I am real justice.
Dude, how many times have you guys done this dance?
Not anymore. I was his former avatar.
Ah.
For you, Khonshu punishes those who have already walked an evil path. His retribution comes too late. Amit knows this too well. She tears evil up from the root, casting her judgment before any evil's done.
Well, isn't that a bit dodgy? Like trusting the judgment of a weird crocodile lady?
You don't need to doubt her judgment. Amit will light the path to good by eradicating the choice of evil, which
Okay, that's different.
brings us to the scarab.
Because I was gonna say, like, if a god actually knows with absolute truth what's going to happen. In my mind, they have an obligation to stop it, not just to wait for it.
Isn't she judging an innocent person? I mean, a thought can't be evil, can it? I think about killing my boss.
I mean, sure, a thought isn't evil.
Actually do it.
It only makes sense if
What
you're
about a
judging
child?
a
Kill a
future
child for something they might do in 30
physical
years.
event.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Should be something you're definitely going to do.
The cure is a little taste of the disease. The difference between medicine and poison sometimes is only dosage. Consider a diseased limb. Amputation, horrific and grotesque, is necessary.
The child is not a diseased limb. Sorry, like, is that what you're all into? That, like killing children and that? So maybe that's just me, but I kind of draw a line there at child murder.
This is Amit's gift to her first avatar. I don't want to use it. I don't.
Then don't.
Cute, vaguely Jewish girl can kick ass.
That was awesome.
It's not wrong.
In hotter.
Ah, okay. That explains where the monsters came from.
Oh my god. I'm going to die in an evil magician's man cave.
You can do this. I promise.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Dude, would you really rather die?
It's all right. Okay. I'll just find another way.
Well, there's a window.
Let's go.
Jackal! Jackal!
Oh, Jackal.
Oh, Jackal.
It's interesting, only he can see it. Ah. Which one are you? Is this how Steven sees himself? Or how he wants to be?
What the hell are we wearing? No, she said I'll need her to suit. Yeah, the ceremonial armor from Khonshu's temple, not Psycho Colonel Sanders.
Psycho Girls. I don't know, I kind of like it. Yeah, it's kind of dapper.
Where is the scale?
Scout. Oh, what's this? What is that pose for?
It's interesting how you see yourself. Ow.
You look it's different.
That's really interesting that only he can see them.
Stay away from it!
Come on, dude, throw a punch. Clearly you have an idea in your head of what being a badass looks like and feels like. Now just act like it. Okay, she should be dead. I get why you're still okay, but she should be dead. She is badass. She's like, I don't care if I can't see you or if you're a supernatural beast. I'm still gonna fight, damn it. This is really cool. They're doing this entire scene with us not being able to see the monster.
Steven, you can't handle this. You're in the wrong ends, mate. You're in my yard now. Come on, that's right. Come on. Like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
You've never thrown a punch before, have you, Steven?
Come on, come on.
Hey, that wasn't too bad. Nice little haymaker. Yeah, you did it, buddy.
What? I did it! You got planted! Layla! Did you see that?
I think it's gonna take. Yeah, I was gonna say it's good. It usually takes more than one, buddy.
It's just a fancy drunk.
Fancy drunk. Every neighborhood usually, well, at least in the inner city, usually has like a guy who gets really drunk or high or both that everyone knows, who just regularly is spotted around town, like either talking to nobody or dancing in the middle of the street or something. I still remember this one guy in DC who basically start moonwalking
A punch back there.
in the middle of Georgia Avenue.
Someone's gonna get hurt if you don't let me help.
Hey, everyone can see your face now.
Take control.
That's pretty cool. Uh-oh. When those things come out, you're screwed.
Get it out of here!
The most epic running away scene of all time.
Come on. Take it a little further.
How far can you jump? Oh, brutal. He's like, Steven, that's how it's done. Did you lose it? Did you? It was in the outer clothes. It was in the outer jacket that he took off. Oh, you dummy, Steven.
Sorry, but that belongs to me.
I wish you could live to see the world we make.
Wait, dude, you didn't even judge him. You just killed him. You didn't judge him. Oh, there's a scene that was included just so that we knew that he is actually just evil. Not just a guy trying to pursue noble goals.
Ungrateful, Mark. Altering the terms of our agreement. You were nothing more than a corpse when I found you. You think you own this body? It belongs to me. We need each other.
We have a deal.
Capricious gods, man.
Should we part, you may not like my next candidate, near and dear as she is to you.
Speaking of altering deals.
Where are we going?
Where the hell do you think?
I mean, Egypt. I mean, I would expect Amit's tomb to be in Egypt. Can you imagine growing up with that view? If that view is even possible. All right. Habibi! All right, pretty sure I can't play most of this song, so I'm gonna stop. Just do a quick check for an after credits scene because Marvel is sneaky. I do not trust you, my brother. Well, they're definitely continuing the upward trend. That was an excellent follow-up. Got a little more of our questions answered. Got to actually see what happens when he transforms and, see things from Mark's point of view. Got to meet Mark's lovely, vaguely Jewish wife. I'm just going to keep calling her that until I find out that she either is Jewish or not. She is vaguely Jewish to me. This is an appearance. Interesting thing with Steven. And so, when he summons the suit, it's interesting to think about what he summons, how, I guess in a way it's reflective of how he wants to be, because even though he still was a bit nebbishy with it, the version he transformed into is this really stylish, suave looking kind of I think kind of in a way a bit of a James Bond. I think that's kind of how he imagined himself. And then he summoned fighting sticks, like a Screama type sticks. Is interesting as well because both Mark it makes more sense for me with Mark, but both Mark and Steven summon weaponry that really requires you to get really up close and personal with who you're fighting. But it is interesting to note that, first of all, that Steven appears to at least somewhere deep down inside of that personality have enough courage and scrappiness to want to fight face to face if need be, but the weapon he chooses is one that does not have any sharp edges. It's one that someone might imagine is less than lethal, you know? Now, of course, any weapon, like proper weapon, is lethal, whether it's got pointy bits or not, doesn't really matter. You crack somebody up the head with a good solid baton and you probably kill them, you know? It just might not be as immediate as if you stab them with something like Mark's moon, I don't know what to call those, like greaves, blades. No, greaves are like glove type things, right? Anyway, his weapon of choice. But yeah, you know, it was great meeting Layla. She's a fun character. She seems to be very capable. I really would like to know more of her backstory. I definitely need to understand how on earth she hooked up with Mark. I'm guessing we're going with a little bit of an Indiana Jones, Lara Croft kind of angle where she's sort of like an archaeologist, but like the action variety, you know? She gets into lots of close calls and can handle herself and is no stranger to violence when necessary and everything. So that's the angle I'm assuming. So I guess that they must have met each other when he was trying to get something out of a dig that she may have been working on, and they just fell for each other because he was exciting. And an action archaeologist would crave a bit of excitement. But I do find it interesting because if that's the case, then she, presumably with just one personality, has different aspects that work really well with different personalities of Steven / Mark. That's just great to me. It's like her scholarly side is a perfect match for Steven, and her, you know, action girl side is a perfect match for Mark. So that's funny. And as always, we get, you know, the caprice of deities with Khonshu basically just like, nah, you know, I don't care what sort of deal you think we have. You're mine until I say otherwise. And, you know, if you don't like it, I'll just choose someone else who you really don't want me to choose. Therefore, keeping my thumb firmly on you, you know? And, you know, it raises the question of whether or not he's really any better than the alternative. And I also like that this episode delved into that, the question of when is it okay to punish evil, you know? Like the old question, you know, classically presented as, would you go back in time to kill Hitler in the crib, you know? I think it depends on the nature of looking ahead. You know, if you are only seeing potential, and if there's a way to change something that doesn't involve killing someone, you know, change their future actions without killing them or harming them, then I think you have a moral obligation to choose the less destructive path. If you are a presumably omniscient or, you know, close enough as to make no difference kind of deity, and you can see not just what they might do, but what they will do, and you know for a fact that nothing that can change in the time stream will alter that event. That person will always do this. Like, you know, use the Hitler example again. No matter what you do, you know, give him a dad, like make his dad not an asshole, make his mom not die before he was, you know, would know her, and presumably, hopefully, she was also not an asshole. Get him into art school so that he has that creative outlet. Keep him out of the war, you know, World War I, and all that kind of stuff. If you change all of those things, he's still somehow going to end up responsible for the murder of like 6.5 million people. Then yeah, you fucking kill that baby. That's the way I look at it. But if there's any way to change it without doing that, then you do those other things. You do what is necessary to stop horrible things from happening. That's just how I see it. But you have to be sure. And that's the only question for me is like, is Amit really actually sure of what's going to happen? Or is this really more of like, I just think that you might do these things, and so in my opinion, you should be destroyed? It seems that the show is kind of leaning, at least towards the Avatar. I forget what they said his name was, Ethan Hawke's character, is more of the we just can't take chances type. Because the guy he killed in the alleyway, it does not appear that he judged him with Amit's power. It appears that he just killed him as an expedient because he didn't want someone walking around out there who might be able to tell someone else, you know, where the scarab was, presumably. Either that or he has like a way faster way of judging people than what we've seen him use so far. It's interesting to see that, you know, and granted, you know, a lot of people get mad about this with Marvel, but it is a comic thing. It's not just Marvel, that the villain or antagonist tends to be kind of a dark mirror of the protagonist. And so it is not super surprising that he ended up being, but I do like the parallel of the fact that he used to serve Khonshu. So he used to believe, in theory, in the idea that Khonshu has, and in doing the work that Mark is currently doing. And he you know, made a good point, you know, that he said Khonshu tends to choose people with strong moral convictions. And that kind of person is, you know, surprisingly, and maybe to some people paradoxically, easy to corrupt, you know? Because when you are the kind of person who has really strong sense of right and wrong, you can kind of be predisposed to extreme measures in order to try and make right win, you know? But yeah, great character work. This is what I've always loved about Marvel, is that they really delve into the psychology of characters. And it's not really just as black and white as, you know, it can be in a lot of superhero stuff. Ultimately, you still do have good and bad, but like, bad guys tend to have understandable reasons for the most part, and the good guys tend to have so many flaws that sometimes you wonder about. So I'm here for it. Another really fantastic episode. Let me know what you guys thought of this in the comments below. I always love hearing from you guys. Thanks again for watching this video. You guys all, as always, do me a favor. Do your best to stay safe and be well. And I will see you for the next one. Bye-bye.
Do you know what this is?
Yep. Okay, yeah.
This is my boomstick. S-Mart's top of the line.